Hi everybody, it's Ed again. Welcome Jedi traders, other traders, people who are interested in trading, people that want to trade, people that don't trade, and they stumble across this and curious about what's going on. Anyway, I decided I was building a strategy for a friend of mine, one that has been relatively consistently profitable in the past, and I wanted to go ahead and build this for him, and I thought, you know what? Why not just do a video of it so everybody can benefit? So let's build a strategy. We're on the NASDAQ right here in QU8. So let's build one. I want to add a new intraday chart, which is in QU8. There we go. And open. So we've got a new strategy. Bam, here we go. I want to change this to Renko bars. I want to go 6-tick Renko bars, and I'll experience has shown me that it gives you, for scalping and stuff, it's a really nice strategy, or a really nice chart. And I'm going to use the evening session here. I want to do like say a one-day load, for example. That'll just make it real quick to load. Okay, so we got Renko bricks as wicks. 9:30 to 16:15, and then for the evening session, if you want to use and trade the evening session, or you can take that off and watch the gap and all that kind of stuff. So let's build it. Okay, so here we have our chart. That's number one, and that was basically that was today's chart. Let me kind of mash it up for you, so you can see it a little bit. There's basically how it went. A little bit choppy, but sometimes, you know, the choppy ones, you can scalp choppy charts. Let's put a 3 to 13 EMA, and this is one that I'd used before, 313.34, and you can see here's where the 3 EMA, and the idea is where the 3 and the 13 EMA cross, you get into for example, you get into a long position. Let me stretch this out a little bit here so people can see that. When you pass that, you get into a long position at the 3 when the 3 crosses the 13 EMA, and you go up, and you can either get out at the first bar, or you can wait until the cross downside, which it hasn't happened until right there. So getting in basically here and getting out there, and then you could get back in. You could get back in here. If you wanted to, you could do a counter trend. That's what the 34 EMA is to kind of prevent you from doing. Counter trend trades usually don't work out extremely well. So we've got a strategy. We want to get in, say for example, a long position at the 313 cross, and then go ahead and you can ride that up. Short positions. You can either say, I don't want a short position, I want to scalp a short position, whatever. You can see the price action is basically bouncing off the 34 EMA. It's bouncing off right here also. So 34 EMA is pretty good for a 6-tick chart. You get a little bit of chop down here. You got to kind of watch that. But if you don't watch for counter trends, sometimes you can pick up some really nice ticks on that. So but just for testing, to show you guys what's going on and how to build a strategy. I'm not going to put in a bunch of limitations and order flow and volume and all that kind of stuff. I could, I mean, you can certainly put volume down here. Let's see, where's my volume? Let's see. There's just a volume indicator there. So you can see volume was really up. When you could say, okay, don't get into trade until volume, until volume hits blah blah blah, some sort of level, like on the NASDAQ, say for example, let's see, you could go, say 2,000, you could go 1,000, you could go pretty much anywhere you wanted to on that. There we go. Okay, so say for example, if the volume's over 1,000, get into a trade, for example, you could do that. You can see sometimes sometimes you have a volume spike and you don't have a whole lot of movement in the market. The volume sometimes just doesn't correspond to the market, but I can leave that on there if you want. So here's the strategy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take 4 studies, and we'll do this way. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Probably have to go over to my trading system based on alert condition. There we go. So I want 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you've got one trading system based on alert condition. So this will be your buy entry. This will be your, and I'll just call it buy entry, buy exit. There we go. We'll change that to buy exit. Sell entry is here. And sell exit. We'll put that on there. So sell entry and sell exit. Okay, so all right, here we go. So there's those. I'm going to apply that. Buy entry, buy exit, sell entry, and sell exit. So the idea is, and here's your ID5. The 3 is this SG1, SG2, and SG3. Okay. So you can even turn the 34 off if you want. Okay. So a buy entry, it would be, say, ID 5 dot SG1. Okay. Cross from below. Okay, cross from below ID5 SG1, and it's ID5 SG2, which is the 313 crossover. Cross from below. Okay. So there's your cross from below. Let's see, where is the, let's enable it. And enabling it, you don't want to send orders to your trade service. Buy, point on high. Okay. Looks good. Okay, buy, sell signals. So we've got a buy entry of cross from below, ID5 SG1 and ID5 SG2. I don't want anything to go off on that. Okay. Send orders, maximum long trades per day. You know, you can do 100, whatever. Allow trading. You could basically allow trading only during a time range if you wanted to. Order action by value on bar close only. That's fine. Send trade order trade service, no, because we want to test it. Okay. So your sell entry would be same thing, but that would be a cross from above. Okay. So cross from above. So there's that. All right, here we go. And looking at that. Now our exit would be the same thing as our sell entry. I want to turn the alerts off. No alert sound. There we go. So our exit is the same as our entry. Sell exit would be the same as our buy entry. Okay, so we got a very simple strategy here. Let me make sure that everything's turned off. Okay, buy entry, no alert sound. Buy exit, no alert sound. Sell entry, No alerts sound. So I don't, because I don't want any alerts right now. Just just testing. I don't want my mailbox full of stuff. Alert only once per bar. I forgot about that one because I don't want to fill up my trade log with a bunch of alerts. Okay, so we got a trading strategy set up. So we can go for, let's see. Let me attach trade window to chart. Let me put up a real simple thing here. Let's say, 8 tick stop loss. Now let's go. What do you want to go? 10 ticks. Okay. I want to go for 10 tick stop loss. I don't want to go for 100 tick stop loss. Target, I want to go for 100 because the reason why I want to go for 100 is because the strategy itself should basically do our thing. I want to go to chart settings. I like ticks instead of points. I like ticks on there. Display day week. Okay, so we got our strategy set up. So let's go back. Just out of curiosity, we can run this thing. And how to run it would be to say, for example, I want to go over here, and here's my 313. You go to chart, replay chart, control panel. Okay, so I say single chart standard replay, and I can just play it from here and see what happens. So I'm about to have and you can just use this for stop loss or I'm sorry for scalping. It's a nice little scalping strategy. You can see where it got in here, and you could get out wherever down here if you could get out with X number of a certain number of ticks. We're waiting for the bar to close here, so we've got a nice volume spike there. So that would tend to say, okay, let's get into a long position. Okay, there's my ATG. Auto trading is on. My trade simulation mode is on. That means I'm not going to send orders to my trade service. Okay. Okay, here we go. Not going to send orders to my trade service, and the auto trader will turn on. So here we go. I got an auto trade now, so I'm into that trade, and so it'll go and blah blah blah, pull back a little bit, go pull back. I'm not sure why I don't have a stop loss on there, but I'll figure that out in a minute. Anyway, we're into position. The algorithm will get you out anyway because it'll just cross over and get you out of that long position once it crosses back over to the downside. So we can, you can play with that. We're already up 20 ticks, 24 ticks, whatever. Okay, let me just go another couple of bars, and you can see this thing as it pulls back. There, we're up 36 ticks. You can put it to say 50 ticks, whatever you want to do. If you want to say I want to go for 50 ticks each trade, you can certainly do that. Or you can say I want to get out of I want to get out when, say for example, it closes below the 3 EMA. You could do that, or you could wait until the crossover to the downside. So still in. Hadn't crossed over yet. Pull back a little bit. Hadn't crossed over yet. So it's still going up. I mean, this is a pretty, pretty decent strategy. I've played with it before a little bit on different charts. I haven't played with it on a 6-tick Renko, but anyway, it looks it looks like you could make some. You could get out here. You could wait, or you could just wait until it crossed back down to the downside. This is a nice little trending strategy. It doesn't work very well in choppy markets, as you can see. It'll chop you up a little bit, but trending markets it would work very well. If you wanted to use this on like a 10-tick Renko or something, okay. Why didn't it get me out? Anyway, let me pause that and look. See, because it's sometimes I have to play with these to get them to work right. Blah, blah, blah. Cancel all working orders and exit. Yes. So forgot that one. Support reversals. Yes. I found out that some of this stuff is a little cantankerous, so you gotta cantankerous, so you have to set it correctly. Otherwise, it's not going to work right. Support reversals, I don't think you've got to set that, but cancel working hours, exit, yes. Yes. Oh, did I do that? Okay, so long trades, I've got long trades. Might as well change that one. Sell entry, short trades. I just basically set long and short trades per day 100 and be done with it. So we had a 313 crossover, but I'm exactly sure why it didn't get me out at that point. Anyway, you get the idea. That triggered it, but it didn't trigger it. So I will look in my trade service log and find out, see if I can find out why. Okay, it's not telling me. Anyway, I'm going to pause this and maybe I can figure this out and see what's going on. Okay, I found out what it was. Sorry, guys. What that was I'll show you here on the chart. Studies windows for the buy exit, you have to enable, and enabled, yes. So all four of these have got to be set up correctly and enabled, and of course I didn't have them. So so now I'm in a short position. I can go by and I'm going to cross over. Okay, I just lost some. I lost some money. So, but see, everything's starting to flatten out. See, so I'm not going to get reliable results here. It's going to kind of chop me up. This particular strategy will chop you up a little bit if it's okay, if it's flat. So I'm in a short position here. Anyway, I hope you guys get the idea behind this. It's very, very easy with the new Sierra charts as of version 1700 to automatically set up a trade. You figure out your strategy and go for it. So this is like I said, a very, very simple strategy. If you're careful with it, it can make you quite a bit of money scalping or trending or however you want to play it. Anyway, hope you guys have a good evening, and we'll talk at you later. See ya.